sister wives. Azriel is telling the tea. Joycelyn wants her to be quiet. I didn't watch that video so many times, y'all, and analyzed how Joycelyn Savage literally was John Jolene and Tim. Let me tell y'all, this is John Jolene.
Grown-ass man in here. That's disrespectful, Zell. You know that's wrong. You know that's wrong. This is his house. You disrespectful. You're so evil. I'm not evil.
And then this was Mr. Tim.
Myself. See that shit. Joy, you were sleeping with me. That's the fight.
How did I escape? You know how I escaped. Fought my way up out of there. Who can't fight? I was not like,
Well, anyways, y'all, I had to go and dig around a little bit and try to figure out what really happened for y'all because I just didn't want to be giving y'all just anything. But Joycelyn Savage went on her Twitter allegedly and started tweeting. And the reason I'm saying allegedly is because there's so many people out in this world who want to pretend to be Joycelyn and Azriel in behind a fake page, and I ain't got time. But anywho, y'all, when Joycelyn escaped from Azriel yesterday at the Trump Tower, she didn't immediately get apprehended, y'all. She had got away. And I'm guessing while she was gone from the Trump Tower, y'all, she had got on her Twitter and decided to start tweeting what she really wanted to say but couldn't get out because Azriel was being dramatic at the time. Y'all, I know that Azriel watched that docuseries because it appears that she has seen the light and wants to separate herself from the accused predator R. Kelly. She was streaming live on Instagram when Joycelyn showed up to the condo with a friend named Kimberly to collect some of her things, y'all. But I'm guessing Joycelyn didn't come upstairs but instead gave Kimberly the keys to access the condo. And Azriel did not like that because she didn't know who Kimberly was and said she just didn't want some random person walking around a place that she dwells in. So it got to a point, you guys, that it seemed like Azriel was taunting Joycelyn when Azriel told Joycelyn she has been sleeping with her since she was a minor. Joycelyn grew immediately irate, y'all. That's when she started acting like her daddy, Mr. Tim, y'all, when she cocked her head to the side, and it's just like she got real thug and just jumped on Azriel like a spider monkey.
I need to protect myself. That shit! Joy, you were sleeping on me! That's a fire!
Well, Azriel Clary said that she was just looking out for herself and that basically she was going to send Joycelyn to jail for the same thing that R. Kelly is facing. And that made Joycelyn upset, y'all, and that is what made Joycelyn jump on Azriel. Azriel started spilling all the tea, y'all, like all the tea. She said that R. Kelly has been lying to all of us. He's been lying to the whole world and even made Joycelyn and Azriel get on the Gayle King interview and lie to us as well.
What they say? They say that you were brainwashed. I talked to your dad last night. He says, my daughter is brainwashed, and he's very concerned. He said he was here 2 days ago, and you wouldn't even look him in the eye.
Okay, I wouldn't look him in the eye because he's a liar, and he's a manipulative liar.
Because they say she's 17. We found text messages that indicated that she was having sex with R. Kelly when she was 17. Is that true?
No, that is a lie. That is a lie. I was not having sex with him at 17.
I need to protect myself. That shit! Joy, you were sleeping on me! That's a fire!
They had never even laid eyes on surviving R. Kelly 1. Everyone seems to think that the girl's acting skills is way up to par because everyone believes that this is all an act and a stage just for the girls to get their social media presence popping. And R. Kelly's lawyer said that. What are we supposed to believe, y'all, after she openly told us that the whole Gayle King interview was a lie? I mean, can Gayle King get a re-interview?
I want to see R. Kelly just never get out. I mean, it's messed up, y'all. I'm sorry to just be so blunt, but he brought this on himself. Everything that you do in this world, good and bad, has a consequence, and he is just reaping what he sowed. Joycelyn posted on her Twitter, she's a clout chaser. She knew I was coming here to get my stuff and leave. That's why she was on live. She knows this is his house. Why are you inviting men over his house? And then Joycelyn said he always had my back. I don't pay for anything. We had everything we wanted, and this trick brings men to our room. Now have fun trying to pay for your room. And then she said, I've been through a lot in my life. I don't need lights or cameras or anything. My dad made me this way. There's no going back. And then Joycelyn said, I have never slept with the only Azriel as a minor. When you are in the wrong, that's when they want to play the victim. And then you guys, Joycelyn said, I'm so sick of this girl. I'm through with her. She's a drug addict. She leaves cocaine bottles everywhere around the room. I'm even surprised she hasn't gotten caught bringing it into the hotel. She isn't innocent at all. She's been trying to take my spot ever since we became friends. I cannot gain access to Instagram account. Azriel has been trying to sabotage me. She paid someone to hack into my account, and now she's threatening to sue me without any proof that I hit her. She acts like she's the perfect girl when she's not. Joycelyn continues, I can't even log in because she's so jealous of me. She paid someone to hack me and change my email to my account. That is when Azriel Clary tweeted, today's a good day to go to jail. I know where the skeletons are buried. You want to play chess? Let's play. For the entire world to see. And I am here for it. Joycelyn responded to that and said, you clearly don't know what you just gotten yourself into. You're so immature. I can only wish for you the best in life at this point. She said, you knew you effed up. You knew what you was doing. When I walked into the room, you so scary. See you in in court. Well, it seems like Azriel woke up this morning feeling a little bit torn because she tweeted, "I woke up today happy but torn. I didn't come to Chicago for Robert, only for Joy, whom he purposely separated us because he knew I'd try to make her go home. Please pray for Joy. This is just tough love so she can come to her own realization at her own timing." Well, the Shade Room reposted that, and their caption was, "Azriel Clary speaks on the fight between her and Joycelyn Savage yesterday." So then someone named Little J has said she started that fight, now she wants to play the dang victim. Azriel responded to him and said, "Actually, I didn't start the fight. The entire altercation in all 3 fights you will see soon. Joy lunged at me, and you will see Kimberly, a grown woman nearly in her 40s, egging and instigating a 22-year-old and a 24-year-old to fight."
Well, although Joycelyn Savage might have gotten away, you guys, she turned herself in that Wednesday night to the Chicago jail. And then Thursday, she pleaded not guilty to hitting Azriel. And then Joycelyn was released on a recognizance bond after spending the night in jail. The judge had ordered Joycelyn Savage to stay away from Azriel Clary, steer clear of the residence, and preserve any Instagram content related to the caught-on-video altercation. Prosecutors confirmed to the Daily News. Police say that they were called to the scene of a fight at the Trump Tower around 2 p.m. on Wednesday, which also happened to be R. Kelly's 55th birthday, you guys. From what I'm getting from this article, you guys, is that when Joycelyn had bonded out on Thursday, she bonded out to her family waiting on her at the courthouse. Wow, what a reunion.
Hi, Mr. and Mrs. Savage. How y'all doing today?
What's going on, brother?
Pretty good. So listen, what was your reaction today when you saw the altercation between Azriel and Joyce today?
We just have to keep praying and keep everything situated. We're gonna do what's legal, and I'm gonna follow up with my attorney. We'll make it happen.
So listen, let me ask you this one question. So in the video, we saw that Azriel said that Joyce didn't touch her.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see that part?
Yeah.
What were your thoughts on that?
That video was kind of sketchy. Nobody knows until we see what happened from there, you know.
Sure.
I'll talk to my attorney, we'll move forward.
Absolutely. I have one more question for you before you leave. Like, what, like, as a father, like, what are your thoughts when you see that your daughter and Azriel got into it today? Like, what are your thoughts when you feel like they have to resort to this for their supper these days?
I feel just like the other father was there. None of us want this to happen. We should always blame it on the predator himself, R. Kelly.
Have you guys talked to Joyce lately?
No, we have not.
No? Still not?
Nope.
Judge Orr agreed with the request, telling Savage that she would have to forfeit $2,000 if she doesn't appear at her next court date in 2 weeks. Before Joycelyn Savage was bonded out by her family, she had spent the night in police lockup after being charged with misdemeanor domestic violence. Last year, both Azriel and Joycelyn had disputed allegations that the 53-year-old singer has been holding them against their will and brainwashing them. R. Kelly is facing more than a dozen crime charges filed in 2 federal courts and 2 state courts. It says Joycelyn Savage began striking Azriel Clary, according to police and prosecutors, and then fled. The younger woman was taken to Northwestern in good condition. Azriel Clary's name came up last month in Brooklyn when prosecutors asked for any Cook County marriage records. Y'all tell me down below why her name would come up in a search like that. Because it says here that the case involved a new indictment brought in New York that alleged R. Kelly bribed an Illinois official to get a fake ID for 15-year-old singer Aaliyah a day before he married her in 1994. It says here R. Kelly is in federal custody awaiting trial on the New York charges, as well as a separate indictment brought by federal prosecutors in Chicago alleging the singer conspired with 2 former employees to rig his 2008 trial in Cook County by paying off witnesses and victims to change their stories. If convicted in all jurisdictions, the embattled singer, whose full name is Robert Sylvester Kelly, could face the rest of his life in prison. When Joycelyn bonded out, you guys, she had posted on her Twitter, "Just spoke to people. They the only blogs putting out the right news. The Shade Room and other blogs like to stir up things. It wasn't fake. What she said was false. She's so dramatic. She went to the hospital. I didn't hit her. The phone hit her when I mushed it out of her hand." They had basically reposted the fact that Azriel had went to the hospital for her eye. So the caption had read that the feds came and got Azriel allegedly for lying in her statements and also stealing R. Kelly's trophies, watches, and designer clothes. They then say Joycelyn and Azriel had already been beefing, Joycelyn being on R. Kelly's side and Azriel being upset with him. So yes, she stole his belongings to sell it. Azriel brought cameramen and some male friends into into R. Kelly's Trump Tower residence. So Joycelyn called her out about it, called her disrespectful. And then that's when y'all can see on the video that Joycelyn got to acting like her daddy and went a little haywire.
You know this, man. This is his house. You disrespectful. You're so evil. I'm not evil, baby. I need to protect myself.
I need to protect myself. Joy, you were sleeping with me. It's the fire.
Looking at this like this a regular relationship, this and that. This dude fucked these girls up, and that's the damn truth. That's the truth of the matter. Everybody don't want to believe shit, you know. Then they run around talking shit about my daughter. That's fine. Y'all can say what you want, but ain't nobody been through the experience but her. Nobody been through the experience but Joy. Nobody been through the experience but Holly, and the rest of these young girls. Jade, Geronda, and Dominique, and the rest of them. I hear Holly on her page saying some crazy mess. Like they really gonna have to wisen up and understand they gonna have to come to their own truth. You got no goddamn care for a person's situation or anything, and then when a person don't deal with people anymore, then they mad. Like you gotta give a fuck. It's people's livelihoods at stake. It's my child life. I don't play no fucking games with my daughter life. What the fuck wrong with people?
Call the police. Call the police off of your phone. Y'all want some tea, baby? This is it.
Somebody said, are you going to do any interviews? Ooh. I mean, I would hope I wouldn't have to, but if I do, I will. I love talking. I do. I love talking, y'all. Like, I really do love talking, like, period. We almost there. Are you ever going to tell the truth, someone said? I don't think it's necessarily about truth. It's basically about, it's not a truth. It's not even a story. It's my life. So, I mean, if you want to hear my life, then that's something different. If you don't, you don't. I will never be on anything a part of surviving anybody, period. If I do anything, it's going to be by myself on my own dime, and I have creative rights over everything. Because I would never want my story to be chopped and screwed. I saw a lot of the people on there was saying that their story was chopped and screwed, you know, including my parents, and I would just never. If I'm going to tell, like, anything or say anything, or whether good or bad, like, baby, I need my creative rights, period. I may be young, but I ain't no dummy. Okay. They said we were rooting for you. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. Talk about nobody. Sorry. I can make it with or without being attached to somebody, so.
Somebody said, why is me and Joyce separated? I chose to, I had a lot of business ideas before everything happened, before everything transpired, and so I just felt like I still wanted to pursue those things, and, you know, I just, you know, had to do what I had to do to make my dreams come true, you know. I have all the support behind me.
Somebody said you weren't bubbly on that Gayle King interview. Look, I got two sides. I'm sweet and I'm spicy. Look, you can choose whichever. Somebody said, I thought you didn't want to do music on Gayle King. I'm so tired of people asking me that question. Like, first of all, I said I didn't like it because I was forced. Okay? Now that I'm 22, baby, I got my own voice. I can do whatever I want. Like, if I wanted to perform naked, start singing naked, I could.
Turn right on.